You mentioned the Middle East. We are in this period now between now and June where the details of a nuclear agreement with Iran are to be negotiated, and it would appear that the greatest impediment to that agreement going forward would be the American Congress. What's your view on that, and what do you think the prospects are for passage?
Well, I certainly hope they come to their senses. I think Obama's so correct when he says, what is the alternative? And I also am so impressed when you see the Secretary of Energy, who is a nuclear scientist, answer every single question in the weeds that people have. I mean, this isn't something that Kerry just kind of wrote down on a napkin. This is much more detailed than people thought. And how I wish instead they would get behind him and start trying to help make it even stronger and better, rather than look like it's going to get derailed at any minute. When you do that, then the Iranians aren't so sure what's going to happen, so why are they going to put their whole self in? And I think of our allies at the table. I mean, I think the Chinese and the Russians and the Germans and the French and the British must just be pulling their hair out, saying, what is going on in that country? What's wrong with them?
And let me ask you, what do you think is going on? I mean, have the Republicans moved significantly from when you were in Congress?
Oh yes. It's part of why I got out, and then it only got worse. I thought it was so bad I was going to leave, but it got worse. It got so politicized. Newt Gingrich started it, and it was like, we don't want a bipartisan anything, you know, and he took the language from Lutz. I mean, I can't remember his first name, but he would say, rather than discuss an issue with you about facts, I'm going to call you disgusting, pathetic, unpatriotic, you know. And for the 2 years I was there, I felt like I was in a food fight in a junior high lunchroom every day. It just was sickening. And we used to have very tough issues. Obviously, I lived through impeachment. I lived through the Vietnam War. Those were brutal. But we would get up and you would give me your side and I would give my side. We'd be absolutely opposite, and then we could go have coffee. That's absolutely gone. It's like you're going to get contaminated if you're sitting by somebody who doesn't agree with you. It's really a sad situation.